Let's go on to our first sit that boy for the wide receiver position. We got our subscribe. Our man Mike Williams had a hot start to the beginning of the year, and you're telling us to sit him with the big boy Justin Herbert throwing on the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you to not necessarily sit him, but if you have – there's teams out there who have some good options, and you can even flex maybe – I'm okay with him in the double flex position because he has that up and down. But, I mean –
It's like boom bust.
The boom bust, yeah. But the thing is he has – the Eagles are the third worst matchup for wide receivers, and he does go against – I'm going to pull it up, sorry.
No, you good.
I'm doing everything from – usually I have my laptop.
No, you're all right, brother.
He is going against Steve Nelson and what's his name on the other side? I think Darius Slay, right? Try to pull it up. And
For the Eagles?
Yeah, and Darius Slay. Both are very tough matchups. Both those corners are a very high rating, and they're very tough against, and they're averaging about 7 points per game against the receiver position. On the flip side, you have Keenan Allen, who has a plus matchup. So when you've kind of seen him go away, is sometimes he has these tougher cornerback matchups. Teams are kind of keen on him as the one. And then with the plus matchup with Keenan Allen in the slot, I just think there's more of a chance for on the bust side of the game than the boom side of the game this week. So if I have more consistent options or safer options, I'm going to go that route because I think it's a lot smaller of a percentage than the other weeks where he has one of these boom games. So I'm shying away from Mike Williams. In a DFS format, I would not be touching him this week.
So you would play Hunter, Renfrow, and those other starts
Yeah,
over.
I would actually probably, based on my team makeup, I would play Hunter Renfrow over Mike Williams.
See, for me, I think it's like I said, if you're looking for like 10 points, 12 points, like I just need to say floor, like Hunter Renfrow. But if you are shooting, like say your opponent's just stacked, and you're like, hey, I need a guy who can give me 30 points because I need to shoot for the moon. I do think Mike Williams is that guy because obviously he's done it multiple times. But obviously he can get you those games where he gets you one catch for 6 yards or two catches for 21 yards or whatever it may be. And maybe it's just my man crush for him, but I mean the guy is just gigantic. It's like he's one of those guys where even when he's covered, triple covered, like he's not covered because he can just out jump everybody. I do know that they were saying there's like some stat where I think the Patriots were running zone or a certain scheme against Justin Herbert, and that's what really was killing Herbert. I'm not sure what kind of defense the Eagles run, if they run that same zone scheme or if they run more man.
They run good corners on the outside.
They run good, yeah. And Darius Slay has been one of the best corners in the entire NFL this season. So he's been playing at like an all-pro level.
Yeah, he just disappears sometimes, and I just don't like the two corners they could easily make him disappear.
Yeah.
Like I said, in a double flex, like you said, the home run side, I'm not mad at that. But in a single flex, I'm probably staying away from him if I can.
Yeah. It's not the best. Let's go on to the next sit. You guys ready?
Maybe.
Is there anything else you want to say about Mike Williams?
No, we're good.
Okay, let's go on to – oh, I see what you're saying. We got Marvin Jones, the Jacksonville Jaguars. We said no Trevor Lawrence, so we're saying no Marvin Jones this week. Tough matchup. What are we thinking?
Yeah, I just don't like it. Marvin Jones, I mean, you know, I don't know. Like you said, if we're not too hyped on Trevor Lawrence, you know, what's the ceiling? Like I said, I mean, outside of week 1, we had the 3 touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence has only had 1 passing touchdown in basically every single game. So, I mean, are you going to gamble that it's Marvin Jones who's the guy who gets the passing touchdown out of all the other weapons that they have on the field? I mean, we've seen Agnew. Is it Jamal Agnew?
Yeah.
Or Jamal Agnew? I mean, he's just getting heavily incorporated. I think it's because he's been lining up in the slot more. But, you know, Marvin Jones, he's going to see some Tre'Davious White on the outside depending on where he lines up. But the Bills' pass defense has been pretty stingy. I mean, they've allowed the second fewest receiving yards to wide receivers and the second lowest catch rate to wide receivers. So I think this Bills defense just gives Trevor Lawrence a bunch of trouble, which in return will make it harder for, you know, Laviska Shenault, Marvin Jones, you know, these guys over here to have a high ceiling. So definitely be trying to fade Marvin Jones for other options if I could.
Yeah, Marvin Jones, quick. He's kind of like you could say he's almost like a Mike Williams light, and he's light because he doesn't have a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Or not a good quarterback. He doesn't have as of right now, he's not as good as Justin Herbert. And
like the match established.
Yeah, and the matchup is brutal, so I'm with you. I'd stay away.
Yeah, I would say established as in, you know, I mean.
Well, because at least Herbert has a chance to throw for 3-4 touchdowns in this game. I mean, just based off of talent alone. With the matchup, I don't think Lawrence has – I don't even think he's thrown for three touchdowns this year.
Just that first week against the Texans, but he threw 3 picks.
Yeah. That was when he
He did his best Andy Dalton. There will be interceptions.
There will be interceptions. Let's go on to the next one here. We got our boy Allen Robinson.
Dude, can I just say I have the best team name in one league? I just got to throw it out there.
Oh my God,
I have
you
Allen,
said this week.
I have Allen, but I'm throwing it out there again, dude. Best team name, Allen Robinson. Allen Robin my season because he's killing me. Allen
Jesus.
Robinson. I mean, I have it right here on my notes. Allen Robinson, sit. Notes.
Sit.
See Justin Fields. That's what my notes say here.
Yeah,
I just don't think Justin Fields is very good for whatever it is. Justin Fields, you would think, hey, my name's Justin Fields. I want to be a good quarterback in the NFL. Let me throw it to the best pass-catching weapon I have on the team. That's Allen Robinson. Oh, no, let me just throw the ball to Darnell Mooney and these tight ends instead because my name's Justin Fields, and I'm a fucking idiot. Sorry for cussing. I apologize, but yeah. So, yeah, Allen Robinson, he's been robbing your season just like mine. I mean, only 10 or more PPR points once in 8 games, and he's only had over 55 receiving yards in one game as well. I mean, this is a tough matchup for Justin Fields on the road in Pittsburgh. It's unfortunate because we know how talented Allen Robinson is. I mean, we've seen it with, Blake Bortles. We've seen it with Mitchell Trubisky, and like I said, I think I said it before. Like I've never in my life ever thought I would say I miss Mitchell Trubisky throwing the ball to Allen Robinson, but I do because at least he was smart enough to know, hey, I have to get this guy the ball because he's one of the best playmakers on this offense. And for whatever reason, Justin Fields just doesn't understand that, or maybe he's just too scared to throw it into these tight window coverages. But I mean, at this point, bro, you can't start Allen Robinson. I mean, if he comes out and he has a good game, like good for him. But I mean, just the trend and the odds of him having a good game are not in his favor at all. So it'd be interesting to see where Allen Robinson ends up next year because if I was him, I don't care how much money the Bears pay me, I would not re-sign with the Chicago Bears.
So you're saying he's a buy low.
Yeah. So his dynasty, I'd be buying low for sure.
Yeah, I got him. Don't touch him.
Mike, you want to make a trade?
No, we're good. I'm not trading you in that league. I've decided. Anyways.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get...
Shut up, Colin. They need to subscribe right here. Daddy was talking. Shut up, Colin. Listen, if you like that video, there's plenty more where that came from. Bang, 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 bang. Somewhere around here, maybe over there. But if you want to go check out the full episode, you can do it link down in the description below, the full audio podcast. Now, if you want to support the channel, go ahead, subscribe, and also go check out Underdog Fantasy. If you use promo code AVG right now with Underdog Fantasy for their DFS app, you can get up to $100 matching your first deposit. So if you put $50 in, they'll match $50. If you put $100 in, they'll match $100. That's a lot of monies. It's really good monies. Take advantage of it. Use promo code AVG right meow. And Colin, don't ever show up on my channel ever again. Okay? Or else Daddy's gonna be angry.